Hello everyone, I'm Polly and today we're touring my most recently finished island, Lilac, an island inspired by my hometown. And this island was a little bit different from my other islands because instead of sharing weekly speed builds, I just uploaded a full speed build of the whole island, so be sure to check that out before or after you watch the tour. Choose the way you prefer. And this island is sort of a mix of small town core and forest core, and it's basically a neighborhood next to the beach. Living here, we have Shep, Peggy, Ozzy, Nate, Leopold, Audie, Gwen, Molly, Melba, and Gloria. And this island's entrance is a kind of small. This area is big, but the entrance itself is super tiny because the airport is so close to the edge of the island to the left. And this is one of the two accessible beaches on this island because I ended up only leaving two beaches accessible. And this area is a little bit different from the rest of the neighborhood. And before we see the rest of the beachside area, let's go and follow this road that leads to the neighborhood. And there are two roads that lead to the neighborhood, so you can loop around the island. And they're both surrounded by forest. As you can see here, it starts off with a slim road, and it opens up to a two-lane road, like an avenue with some plants in the middle. Here we have a contemporary house, like a house with a contemporary architecture, and it is a fake building that is not accessible. And next to it, we have Shep's house, and he has a little pool on the backyard, and his interiors are super cozy. And for all the interiors, I tried to bring out the villagers' personality, but also make it look like how I know the houses on my hometown are decorated inside. Here we have a little abandoned house, and next to it we have Peggy's house. She has some space for a car, but she parked it outside. And here are her interiors. I think they kind of look like chiclet. I can't really explain it any other way. And living next to her is Ozzy. He has a beautiful front yard, and he also has a pool to the side. And his interior is super simple, but I think it turned out super cozy. And if we continue on this road, we have a twin house situation with Nate's and Leopold's houses. This is Nate's house, and very classy, kind of dark, but super fancy. And next to it, of course, we have Leopold, just like I said before. And they have smaller front yards. These houses ended up being smaller than I intended to be honest. But sometimes we run out of space. And his interiors are in my head, is like a professor, so he has a very cluttered house and he's constantly working. And next to it, we have the complete opposite. We have Audie's house. She has a pool. She has an entertaining area outside, and her interiors are super bright and breezy. I really like how this house turned out, both on the inside and the outside. And then we climb down this ramp and we get to Gwen's house here to the side. She also has a pool. She has a huge yard, one of the biggest ones in my opinion. And her interiors are super classy and fancy. And this is one of my favorite interiors for sure. And this road leads to the main road that we were on before when we were getting to the neighborhood part of the island. And going to the right here, we get to a cul-de-sac where Molly and Melba live, and they have tiny houses. Their houses turned out smaller than I thought they would, and they look smaller than other villager houses, so the interiors also reflect that. These houses are super cozy, and with all the interiors, I try to make them look like they have more rooms in the house than the main room that you're seeing. So I use fake doors, I try to use like fake stairs and all that kind of stuff. Kind of ran out of space for design, so some of the things that I tried didn't really work out that well, but I think it is what it is. Here we have Gloria's house, and she has the biggest plot of land in the whole island. She has a full front yard and backyard, and her interior is also cozy, like classy but cozy at the same time. I really like how balanced it is. Here to the left, we have a gas station, and it is a big build. And next to the gas station, we have a car wash as well. It all belongs to the same build, let's say. And I really like how big it is. And, it was the first time that I did a car wash, and I really like how it turned out. As you can see, this road is also surrounded by nature, especially to the left, because that's something that is common in my hometown, like lots of nature, lots of trees everywhere. And here we have more of a commercial area with a little combo with a house and a cafe. And to the right, we have the Able Sisters with just some simple decor around it, and I think it turned out super cute. And next to it, we have the resident services, and in the beginning, I didn't really know how to incorporate the resident services, but I think it looks okay. It doesn't take all the attention of this area, which I really, really like. And here we have my house, the character's house. There's a pool as well, but this house is decorated as a retirement home. So we have the main floor with a living room, then we have a room for the doctor, we have 2 bedrooms upstairs, and a kitchen and dining room, and also laundry room downstairs. And just because there are a lot of retirement homes here, so I also wanted to put one in the island. And here we have the other road that leads into the beach. So now we're going to see this beach side of the island. As you can see, this island feels kind of small because it's just a neighborhood next to the beach. But I also like that. It looks smaller than my other islands, but I really like it. It's cozy. Here we have baby nooks. Yes, I had to leave it on the baby farm and bladder's tent because I genuinely didn't know how I would incorporate the upgraded Nook's Granny and museum, so I really like how tiny they look. And then to the left, we have the rest of the beach that we saw before. This side here has more bars and is a little bit more touristy and fancier. These bars are supposed to be a little fancier than the rest of the buildings on the beach, because the buildings are supposed to be like the home of fishermen and their families. So, just simpler builds. And if we continue to the left, we get to the beginning of the island, the entrance, the airport. And this is Lilac. I really like how this island turned out. I know it looks small and you're probably wondering why it took me so long to finish this island, but I wanted to take things slower, and I also just had a little break at the beginning, and I didn't get burnout from it, so I'm already winning in my opinion. And I hope you did enjoy the tour and the island. And again, if you haven't watched the full speed build, go ahead and watch it because it is long, but it's worth it in my opinion. You can also visit using this dream address, and the custom map will be in my IG page. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!